going on, Simon?
What's up, Jay?
What you got going on over here?
Doing one of our BG fuel service sets on this GM here. It's a 2.7 liter GDI motor. First step with BG, they give you a QR scan code. Every car is different. Every car gets serviced a different way, different port. So we scan the QR code and it gives you on their website the 2.7 liter motor, the GDI motor, and it kind of gives you step-by-step operations of where they want the service port, where they want the install done at. So this one here is locate, remove the map sensor, and then it wants you to use part number AE, which is this one here, to run the test. So first step you want to do is bring your vehicle to operating temperature, which has been running for a little while. We should just about be there. Yeah, so we're pretty much at operating temperature. Next step is we want to unplug the mass air, shut the vehicle down, unplug the mass airflow sensor, and get that going. So let me pull that off real quick, shut it off, and it takes about a minute to do. So do this real quick. Okay, 8mm. Map sensor is located right here on the intake. We got that out. Let's get this unplugged all the way now. Get a pick to get that all the way unplugged real quick.
Need the stool, sir?
I think I got it. Just about. So we want to get the map sensor unplugged and out of the way. Next thing we want to do is get a rag and then make sure there's no dirt debris that falls in that intake. Start off with a clean rag so we're not getting anything in there. All right. So we already put the fuel additive in the system here. So we'll get this installed.
So Simon, who would you recommend this service to?
All these new GDI motors, they are dirty, high pressure injection systems. Better for fuel economy, a lot worse for your motor. It's all about fuel economy at the end of the day, lower emissions, but these GDIs run very dirty, and there's just so much carbon buildup on these. So old style typical injectors would spray the back side of the valve, essentially kind of cleans the valve as it comes down. The new direct injection motors are directing fuel right into the cylinder, so it's no longer hitting the valve and no longer cleaning it. All that unburnt fuel deposits building up and it's carbon buildup. So that's where cars are coming in 30, 40, 50,000 miles. With misfires, it's all carbon buildup on the back side of the valves. So that's what this is doing here. Again, it's primarily meant for GDI motors. It does work across the board for everything, but it is best used in GDI motors. So next step. So we have the Revit tool already installed now. I'll show you that in a minute. I think when you're doing these kits, you need the Revit tool. You can manually rev the motor up. I don't recommend doing that. Spend the extra money, buy the complete BG kit. You can come in here and kind of show you here, but this is the Revit tool. This is what revs the engine by itself. Air operated and runs off the OBD2 port. So first step, let's start this motor up. So what we want to do is it runs in different stages. So we want to rev the motor to about 3,500 RPM. So we're going to bring it up until we achieve that number. So if you watch the RPM gauge, it's 3 revs every 7 seconds for about 45 seconds. We're just achieving 3,500 RPM now. So we want to start this, and if you watch this gauge down here, you can see every 45 seconds it does a countdown. It revs 3 times. and it's bringing the engine RPM to 3,500 RPM. So you'll see it's counting down from 45 seconds now. As soon as you see that thing go to 0, it'll rev itself up to about 3,500 RPM, drops back down, waits 7 seconds, and does the same thing again. This is just clearing the system out as it's going, so all the cleaner can run its way through. It'll rev itself up and clean itself out of the system.
So before this rever tool, you had to manually hit the accelerator, bring the RPMs up.
Right, so you'd have to sit in the car, you'd have to rev it up, you'd have to make sure you're clearing itself out. If you're not doing that, you're not careful, you can overload the system, which can cause damage. So again, you want to make sure that that's running. You want to make sure that that's running perfectly the whole time. So now that we know we're set up, we're in the port down here. We want to turn this valve on now, and that's running the cleaner through right now. And you can see where we have it. This is going to run through the map sensor right down at this port. It's running directly in the engine. So depending on the displacement of the engine and how much vacuum the engine creates is how long it takes. I would say this kit generally runs about 30 minutes or so to run the full kit. After about 30 minutes of running it, we shut it down, plug the mass airflow back up. We take it for about a good 15 to 20 minute test drive to get any of that unpurged fuel vapor out of the system itself. But that's how the VG process works. Like I said, it's a kind of a step-by-step orientation of how they want you to break it down. Grab the scan tool.
Scan the QR code.
Let me just, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I put that map sensor back in. Oh, wash my hands really quick. Then take the thing for a test drive. Yeah, so again, 15-20 minute test drive. We want to run it through its paces. Be sure the vehicle's still obviously operating correctly. Be sure we have no overheating issues, no misfires, no check engine lights. But everything went smoothly with this one. And this one's going to be all done for the day. That's pretty much it. Like I said, we always just want to make sure we road test them. That's part of BG's procedure that they want done. So we make sure that we put the same effort in to completing the service, just to make sure that we have no future issues with anything. Like I said, it is a very strong cleaner, so we want to make sure that there's no residual left in the intake that would cause any misfires or anything. But yeah, this one's a wrap. This one's all done for the day.